breaking the stereotypes. When your air conditioner breaks, here in Arizona especially, the first thing you want to do is get it fixed. A technician shows up, gives you a big bill, and you say, ouch, all over again.
Right.
Well, Eric Bryan is here to help you and your company break those stereotypes. We're dealing with technicians each and every day. And I know, as leading the #1 AC company in Arizona, you teach your technicians to switch it, break that stereotype. How do you do that?
This has got to be probably one of my favorite subjects, because this really truly is the nuts and bolts of what makes us different and why we've been successful. And the word breaking the stereotype is something that my employees hear me say regularly, weekly. It's breaking the stereotype. You know, I think we briefly hit on it earlier about being successful in business is you got to have a niche. You got to do something different, you know. And in Arizona, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of companies and technicians that can fix air conditioning units. The fact that we fix air conditioners doesn't make us any different than anybody else. It's the mannerisms in which we do it, and the way we provide education to our customers. The clean-cut truck that pulls up front, and then the clean-cut technician pulls out with a uniform on, tucked in, nice and clean, squared away. Immediately before we even knock on the front door, we're breaking the stereotype, right? That stereotypical air conditioning guy, I can promise you, does not look anything like any of my employees. And because that is something that's mandated at our company, is to break the stereotype. And I talk about it all the time. One of my favorite analogies for that that I use with the technicians is, you know, we go out to a call and we have a 35-point diagnostic evaluation checklist on our invoice, right? That we go through on every system. And I tell my techs, find something to do for that customer that's not on that checklist. Because to me, what's on that checklist is what they expect you to do. And that makes you no different than anybody else. It's doing something that's unexpected and something that they don't expect that makes you different and makes us different. So
you came into my home and I was telling you how I'm constantly tinkering with the thermostat. And you gave me the number that my thermostat needs to stay on.
Yes.
Your technicians do the exact same thing. We've had a tech come to our home as well from your company, and you really strive on making us understand our AC unit a little better. No, we're not getting in the attic maybe, but you're teaching us. Why is that so critical?
Well, I think everybody wants to understand the means of any expenditure that they spend, right? I mean, and air conditioning money is not sexy money. Nobody wants to spend any money on their air conditioning unit. And
it's a huge investment.
It is too. But you know, the only thing that can even make that remotely feel better is to know what you bought and what you paid for, and most importantly, why you needed to buy it and pay for it. And I think too many technicians in our industry and too many companies allow the technicians to not put that explanation out there. It's really not that much more effort for a technician to sit down with a customer and explain to them why they're recommending what they're recommending and how it affects their system and why they need it. I think it's just kind of sometimes taken for granted. Like, you know, it's your house is hot and I'm going to make it cool and then it's going to be $800. When Precision Air or my company leaves your house, you know exactly why you spent the money you did, exactly why you needed it, and at least makes the experience a little bit more palatable.